Mitram and Bandhuvam, welcome to South Asia Maps education channel. I bring South Asia-centric history, geography related presentations to my audience, and I also post on other relevant general interest topics. And today we are talking about ecology related presentation part 48. You can look for this part, human ecology icon here. That is essentially human ecology. We discuss about human predicament on the planet Earth, that is human dilemma or human impasse, difficult situation humans are passing in this 21st century. That 21, that is 2001 to 2200, 21st century, 2100. So essentially the works of Dr. Catton in his monumental work Overshoot as well as the Bottleneck. This is the Bottleneck century, the current century. We are talking about the detritus ecosystems. So I have taken 5 examples. Detritus ecosystem of algae we discussed before. Now we are discussing yeast. Next we discuss detritus ecosystems with reference to human, and next we discuss detritus ecosystems with reference to the cars. They are also detritivores, and I will also overview all these 4 systems. Detritus means a dead organic matter, decaying organic matter. Suppose if any animal dies and falls off couple of days, that is the dead and decaying. You can see small worms eating it away, and like typically an earthworm eats on the detritus. A dung beetle eats on the detritus. So yeast also, anything that's organic matter decaying and dying is detritus. Vor means eater. Carnivore, carnal eating, meat eating. Herbivore is like the plant material, herbus eating. Detritivore is detritus eating. Sometimes detritivore is spelled with O here instead of I. Both spellings are acceptable. The important thing is detritus ecosystems exist in the nature, and today we are dependent on this. That is not good, because detritus ecosystem, detritivores have the bloom life cycle and crash life cycle. You can see the bloom and crash I represented here. So that is about the, in brief, the detritus ecosystems. And this is Dr. Catton's book, Overshoot. You can go and look at Professor Emeritus at Washington State University, Pullman. And this is my main YouTube channel, South Asia Maps J. Reddy. You can go and look. There are more than 30 playlist containing 260 meticulously made videos for your intellectual sojourn. You can also find me posting at India Maps to handle at Twitter site. And I have so far added nearly 50 or so presentations as a ecology series. Ecology-centric, the human ecology, how humans interact with each other, they interact with the abiotic things, their entire life on the planet Earth. And we have only one planet Earth on the entire universe or spaceship. So today's presentation is yeast. You can see the 48 part. In 47, I discuss about the detritivore life cycles with reference to algae. Now is about the yeast. Next presentation, Homo colossus, humans. The next will be about the cars. The 51 will be overview of all the related things. And these 50 presentations, 5, 10, 15, and 20, 25, 30. Here I have put it for a perusal so that you can go and look the one that is most interesting. The detritus ecosystem, detritivore, detritus eating organism. The important feature, take home message is they have the bloom, they have the crash. Eruption and the collapse. All the detrivores life cycles have the same commonality. This is the common feature. They voyage into a new world. That means they will find a new habitat. That means they discover a new habitat. This new habitat is a plenty of resources. We can say essentially a new world, excuse me, laden with huge amounts of resources. Because they found the resources, they colonized the new habitat. The organisms here, the yeast, it will bloom, it will erupt in millions and millions of numbers, billions. That means they are in the exuberant phase. Ecological exuberance leads to emotional exuberance, social exuberance, political exuberance. If you think each yeast is a small, a minute, microscopic, human-looking organisms, something like that virtually. Anthropomorphically thinking, these microscopic inhabitants in the artificially prepared this detritus ecosystem, and these organisms responded to the new habitat, new resources that bloomed. They accumulated their own metabolite products. They change the habitat now. Plenty of pollutants are present now. They are released into that. They destroyed the habitat. They depleted the nutrients. They all die. They crash and die. Die off means decrease in number ecologically. What are we talking about? This the format is very simple. You have the yeast here. You see with the microscope. That's how the yeast. Yeast is a type of a fungus. So we have the grapes here. You crush the grapes and generate the juice. That grape juice, this is the organic material. That is the detritus, decaying organic material, dead organic material. And you add this grape juice, that is detritus, in a vat containing a big vessel or casket where you make the wine. That means this vat is a sugar-laden grape juice, detritus. Imagine this is the new world, plenty of resources, sugars, carbohydrates, and so on. In this new world, you add the yeast. That the yeast found a new world laden with the resources. They got excited. They proliferate, exuberant mode, they proliferate, they secrete the alcohol. That's what generally we require in the winemakers. They require it to make the wines. That means this alcohol eventually is a byproduct of their extra metabolite, called their extra metabolite. Byproduct is very hostile to them, essentially a pollutant, and they cannot take that and they will die. By this time, the billions and billions that live here, which was formerly old world, the new world with resources, all the resources, glucose is depleted, they all crashed, they die off. That is, detritus eating the yeast has undergone the bloom, the crash. Then we talk about the coroner's report. What is a coroner's report? In the Western world, is a preliminary report. That is, a non-medical professional prepares a report to inquiry when a person dies. When did the person die? What is the probable cause of the death of a person? What is the circumstances? This is not the forensic study. Suppose the crash occurred in the accident, he goes, 2 persons died or passed away, and probable death is they choked, and those type of reports. If a coroner comes here, makes a report, he will say about this detritivore yeast is they all died. These organisms, microscopic, innocent organisms, which are not cautious when they found the new habitat, they all died due to self-inflicted pollution. They all died to nutrient or repletion, resource depletion, exhaustion of nutrients. That is the coroner's report. That report is exactly same with the algae we talked about in the algal pond. So that is about the detritivore yeast, the life cycle, bloom and crash. You can see here the detritivore. Detritus is the decaying organic matter, dead organic matter. Algal plant or something. This is the earthworms. These are detritivores. Detritivores are detritus eating organisms which have the common life cycle, the bloom and crash. Thank you very much, Mitrom and Bandhuvam, joining me today at South Asia Maps. And if you like the presentation, please consider subscribing the channel. And if you are listening me at the share chat site, I really appreciate you take few seconds and post your comments, criticisms, compliments, or the way you would like these presentations modulated to meet your expectations, and I will take them into consideration. I really appreciate that, and see you later in other presentations. This is Dr. J. Reddy, your presenter on this South Asia Map site, Human Ecology Component or Playlist.